It's showtime. And we're back. We're back. We back with another one. We back. We back. We back with another one. We back. We back. We back with another. Back in the house again. We have some midweek fixtures. I'm calling it match week 27, but it's actually not match week 27. It's just a bunch of rearranged fixtures that's playing in the middle of the week where 6 teams won't be playing. And those teams are Leeds, West Ham, Southampton, Brighton, Arsenal, and Newcastle. But we got to talk about these, I think we got 7 games. We got to talk about them. That's a whole lot of games. And I did not want to make predictions for those matches before the last set of games are played. To me, it doesn't make sense. I know people have done it, to each is his own. But for me, it didn't. Big up to everybody in the house, man. Appreciate you guys coming back for another one. Let's get things going. Monday, March the 1st, and we got 7 games to go through. We're going to have some fun today, and we're going to get through this. So, to everybody watching the replay, thanks for coming through, and thank you very much for clicking on the video. Do appreciate it. If you're getting value, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. So before we move on, guys, before we start talking about this week's fixtures, where there will be 7 games, there will be 7 rearranged fixtures, and those games will be Man City versus Wolves, Burnley versus Leicester, Sheffield United versus Aston Villa. We have Crystal Palace versus Manchester United, West Brom versus Everton, Liverpool versus Chelsea, which is a huge game in terms of the top 4 race right now. And we have Fulham versus Spurs. So before we do start, let's recap what happened in match week 26, and we will talk briefly about the game that just concluded between Everton and Southampton, where Everton won at home for the first time, I think, in 2021 over Southampton. 1-0 as Southampton lost their 8th game in 9 matches. That is ridiculous. So I feel bad. I actually feel bad for Southampton, you know what I mean? After defeating Liverpool, they have not been good. They have picked up 1 point since that big win at home versus Liverpool. So in the last match day, City beat West Ham 2-1. West Brom scraped past Brighton 1-0. Aston Villa beat Leeds on the road 1-0. Newcastle and Wolverhampton Wanderers played to a 1-1 draw. Crystal Palace and Fulham played to a stalemate in the London derby, a small derby. Leicester City lost to Arsenal 3-1. Tottenham Hotspur battered Burnley 4-0. Chelsea and Man United played to a 0-0 snooze fest, while Liverpool brushed aside lowly Sheffield United, and Everton beat Southampton 1-0. In this game, Richarlison scored the only goal of the game, which came in the 9th minute, set up by Gylfi Sigurdsson, went around the keeper and put it in from a tight angle, and that proved to be the game's only goal. I think Southampton played well, didn't play with a lot of luck, and I do think they deserve more from this match, to be completely honest. I do think they deserve more, but sometimes you don't always get what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? You know, they played with a lot of fight, they played with a lot of spirit, but right about now, Southampton is struggling with some serious injuries. We have Taki Minamino came over from Liverpool, and he was doing pretty good, scored a couple goals. He's out injured, maybe for a week. Then don't forget there was what's his name? I even forgot his name already. Theo Walcott. When he came to Southampton, he was doing a good job. Then he picked up an injury. Then we have Bednarek, who has to play at centre back, is playing over there at right back. And if you look at Southampton's bench, you'll be like, the bench, as I keep saying lately, the bench tells you a lot. It tells a really good story. Alex McCarthy dropped after a bad run, for Southampton. I think Fraser Forster did a great job on the day. Pickford also did a great job in goal for Everton. And Everton, even though they weren't overly impressive, they held on for the win. Carlo Ancelotti does a lot of reshuffling and change of personnel as well. Few experimentation in formation. And it proved to be good enough to beat Ralph Hasenhüttl, who, since he cried after beating Liverpool, have not won another game. That was 9 matches ago. Come on, that is horrible. Out of a possible 27 points, Southampton has only picked up 1 out of a possible 27 points. That is bad. That is really, really bad. They're stuck on 30 points. The last time I checked, they're stuck on 30 points. And at one time, they were on top of the league table, briefly. And when they beat Liverpool, they were just about 3 points off the top 4. Now they find themselves way down. I think right now, Southampton, let me double check, are 14th in the league, winless in their last 9 games. And it's just been a horrible run of form. Are they going to survive, to be honest? I don't know. Seriously. Because you got 12 matches left. If you go 9 without winning, it means you could go another 9 without winning. Look at how long it took for Sheffield United to win. So I feel it for Hasenhüttl and the boys. Seriously, man. I feel it for them. They're trying. But it's just haven't been good enough. And you have to remember, two teams playing. And I like what Pep Guardiola said in his pre-match interview today. I was watching an interview, and he was talking about they were saying how, asking him about the game against West Ham, and he was like, we won 20 matches in a row, right? But every game is not going to be won easily, simply because the other team want to win too, right? So other teams are going to make it difficult for you. So that's that. I feel bad. I really, really feel bad for Southampton. Very, very bad, man. They don't play in the middle of the week. Everton do have a game against West Brom coming up. So let's see what effect that has on the Everton team. So big up to everybody in here, guys. Appreciate you coming back again. And Jordan Hyman, please. I see Adam Sambol is saying stop begging for subscribers, guys. You guys got to earn them with quality videos. Yes, guys, please do that. Stop it. I didn't even realize I got my boy in the house. Oh, man.
Yo, what's up, man?
Jeez, man. Oh, man. What's up, Saif?
How you doing, bro?
I'm good. Guys, welcome to the stream. The official Saif. I think I have to put on the this split of names so people know what's going on. Let me see something. Let me get that going. Because I usually don't put on the names on my streams, but damn, how you do that again? I can't even remember how you do that.
Nah, it's calm.
Yeah, but how are you doing today, man?
Yeah, good, man. Better than usual, simply because
how's the weather like over there in the UK?
It's cold, man. It's just not amazing like I see around everywhere else in the world. Everyone seems to be enjoying their little quarantine period because they're getting a bit of a holiday. But over here, it's just never the same. We had a bit of a nice weekend, good weather, nice football, a win for Liverpool. But other than that, it's just been a bit cold.
You mentioned a win for Liverpool. That was a morale boosting win for you guys after the form, right?
Big time, man. Do you know what the weirdest thing is though? Yeah, I've never seen a group of Liverpool fans so happy to beat Sheffield, who are literally struggling to play football. Like not even struggling to win, they're just struggling to put passes together. And here Liverpool are celebrating a win against Sheffield like it's something special. It's mad.
Yeah, I was actually on Twitter and I run across a video from Ryan's channel. Like they made a little clip They had like they were doing the watch along, and they had Jersey Boy Ryan, Demo Dre, and someone
Yeah,
else, and these guys were celebrating. I'm telling you, there was Yusuf Morsi on there as well. So yeah, it's
yeah.
good.
I think I saw. I think he re-uploaded it on his channel after or something. Yeah, it's quite funny.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm having some problems with this damn headphones, man. These headphones are like no good. Imagine I paid like $150 for these headphones. I think it was like back in 2017 though. They're kind of old, but it didn't last. It didn't last long at all. Yeah. So Saif, what I do is I go through each Premier League fixture, just run down a little history between the two teams. Chat with the people in the chat as well,
Yeah,
and just give my thoughts on who I think is gonna win, lose or draw, basically. So
yeah. It'll be an interesting weekend coming up, man. Not even weekend. We've got midweeks first.
yeah.
But yeah, I just seen Jersey Boy in the chat. Nothing wrong with celebrating. Nothing wrong with celebrating. I just thought it's quite funny that we're celebrating. To be fair, I was jumping off my sofa as well. But it's just a bit mad that we're celebrating goals against Sheffield like that. And yeah, I'm a big Liverpool fan.
Seeing that you guys were actually top of Christmas and what you've done over the last few seasons, it looked like you were gonna do it. It looked like you were gonna do it without Van Dijk and Gomez, and I was like, wow, I cannot believe it. These guys are still top. Still top. And then it all went crashing down after Christmas, man.
Horribly. Do you know in December, before like as soon as the Palace game happened, I think it was.
Hmm.
So we had that Villa game, which was just a massive blip
Yeah.
in, I don't know, there was a bit of a madness. And then I thought we had our Crystal Palace game and we won 7-0. And I thought, you know what? We might do it twice in a row. And even a lot of my friends are Arsenal fans. And they were all saying, yeah, like you lot have basically won the league already. City was struggling as well at the time. I think they were not even in the top four. To be fair, not many of the teams were pulling it together. I think our biggest threat was Southampton and Leicester and West Ham actually as well, which is weird,
Yeah.
proper weird. But that's the Premier League for you, and that's why it's the best league. But then suddenly, I don't know, worst drop of form ever, literally ever. Like I ain't seen anything like it from Liverpool, man.
Repeat what you said about the Premier League just now. What did you say about the Premier League?
Best league in the world.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, good. Just making sure you're agreeing with me. Ain't nothing like
Yeah.
it. But you support City, you know.
Yeah. City's my
Yeah.
team. Yeah.
Tell me, yeah, has any other league had an Aguero moment where you lot all won the league literally with like not even a few minutes left to go? Ain't no league like the Premier League.
What about the
And you said the Premier League's been
what
the most boring this season. Sorry, I'm just seeing it in the chat, yeah.
what
But
look,
coming up to
don't
Christmas,
don't bother with some of these guys in the chat, man. Yeah. We have some characters in the chat. Don't you can't run with everything you see in the chat. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But what about the Steven Gerrard slip as well? How often do you see such a close race for the title? You don't see it that often. And what about the 1-pointer that we pulled over Liverpool a couple of seasons a couple of seasons ago. That was crazy. You know what I mean? We've had some special seasons though. I think the last, maybe not the Chelsea win under Antonio Conte, but from the Leicester win, the last, I think is the last 5 Premier League, last 6 have been good, with the exception of the Chelsea win. That wasn't so spectacular in my opinion. But Leicester, what City did with 100 points, then winning back-to-back with the 1 point over Liverpool, and then what Liverpool did last season was amazing as well. And what Man City are doing this season is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because we were written off. We were 13th at one time. People were laughing at us. And I was like, oh God. I was like, here we go again. But look, Saif, did you watch that Southampton Everton game?
No, man, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I heard it was a decent goal by Richarlison, though.
Yeah, but what are your thoughts on Southampton's bad run of form right now? 9 games, 9 games, 1 win, one point. 9 games, 1 point.
bringing up the number 9 alone is a difficult one for Southampton, isn't it? I've lost it twice in one season as well. It's just a bit, twice in 1 year. Just a bit mad.
Nine.
But,
nine games, 1 point, 9-0, 9 last season. Yeah, you're slick.
And you know what? Southampton is just strange because they've got some quality players like Bednarek, for example.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing really well at the beginning of this season. And I thought, you know what? Southampton, I thought that genuinely, I know it's a bit of a stretch, but genuinely we're going to challenge for top 4 or even a Europe spot. And then suddenly they just go back to typical Southampton, very English football in the sense that they weren't, because at the beginning of the season, they were very creative. They were like almost testing every team that they came across. But then for some reason they've backed off. And I don't know, it's just
injuries.
I'm not pulling it together, to be honest. But
injuries too, you know.
Yeah, it's been injury season, to be honest, man.
And what happened there? Since they beat Liverpool, they've only picked up 1 point too. So I think the tears of Ralph Hasenhüttl has cursed the team. So I know you give your thoughts on Southampton. What about what's Everton doing this season? They're now level on points with Liverpool. I think you guys have a better goal difference than they do. Let me check the table real quick. Yeah. What are your thoughts on the loss? Tell me the experience of the Everton loss and how you think the team is progressing under Carlo Ancelotti as a Liverpool fan.
Do you know, up to the Liverpool Everton game, I wouldn't say I was like criticizing Ancelotti so much, but I've just seen so much from him in other leagues, previous seasons. He's done such a good job. But when it came to Everton, this season it's a bit of a difficult one to judge it on. But this season he just wasn't pulling off what I usually see from Ancelotti. But then coming into the Liverpool game, he got everything spot on, and it was such a difficult loss for us because we had just recently lost to Leicester. And City just before that as well. And I thought if Liverpool are going to turn up for a game, it's going to be the Merseyside derby. Like usually, no matter what's happening in the season, like it could be the worst season ever, but Liverpool Everton is like everyone's going to turn up. All 22 players on the pitch are turning up for that game. But it just seemed like it's just, I don't know, Ancelotti managed to get his tactics right. He did what he needed to do and they got the result against us. It was like, I don't know how to explain it. Imagine you break your arms and you're like, well, it can't get any worse than that. And then you literally walk out the hospital and get hit by a car.
Yeah. But
quite graphic. That's how
was it Everton? Was it that Everton were that good, or is Liverpool very bad at the moment?
The thing is, all right, look, I cannot say that Liverpool are good. Like that is simple, and I think a lot of people would agree with me with that. That Liverpool are not playing good. But in that game, we had a lot of chances. We were making chances, and we started the game quite well. Well, I said that's obviously not very true. Gave away a very early goal, but in general, our passing wasn't too bad. We were playing a lot in the final third, getting chances in front of goal. Not many of them on target, and no threatening shots, which is where our problem was. We just weren't converting chances. Everton, however, they've got, to be honest, Richarlison did well. I think there was another player who just not coming to my mind right now, but just played out of his skin. And it affected us the whole game because no matter how much we tried, we just couldn't break down their defense. I think it was Keane, right? Moise Keane. Not Moise Keane.
Michael Keane.
Guys, just so you know, it's like 10:20 p.m. here.
No, Saif, I have a slogan on my channel where I say no pressure.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I'm here. I don't feel no pressure from no one in the chat, from no one watching. I'm good. I'm doing my thing. And I was actually like watching back my stream from yesterday and I was like, God damn, I did good. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
appreciating your own stream.
This is you all right. If anybody say anything in the chat, don't even get put off by that. Yeah.
I get it on my channel all the time. So.
Yeah.
And most of them know me, usually my parents, but no, I'm joking. But do you know, also, sorry, one other player that I don't know what it is about him, but Pickford, anytime he plays against Liverpool, I'm telling you, he's got magic juice somewhere, Like, do you know the ball in Space Jam? And they all touch it and get magic powers. He's got something like that at home, And before every Liverpool game, he has a touch of it. And do you know what? I'm telling you, the goalkeepers in the Premier League share it around. before Liverpool games, because I'm telling you, just watch the games that Liverpool have played. Just look at the goalkeeper and some of the saves that they've pulled up. It's just mad.
Look at Ramsdale yesterday. It's
Yeah.
like yeah.
To be
So
fair, we didn't make it that hard for him, but he did pull off some mad ones.
yeah, you guys could have actually won that game by a lot more, but I think the finishing, the execution has been a little off for Liverpool as of late. I don't know if the guys are lacking the confidence, or like you know you're playing as champions, and you know you want to win the title. And when you're on 40 points and you look way up at the top and you see City on 60, it's kind of disheartening though. It is, because
Very.
yeah. And for fans too, because you're like, it's done, it's done. Let's just start focusing on first getting top 4, because you don't want to be in the Europa League, and for sure you don't want to be in the Europa Conference League.
Oh yeah. That new thing coming along.
Look.
It's embarrassing. Europa League's embarrassing in itself for clubs like us, but
look, bro. If you qualify for the Europa Conference League, yo, you'll get so much banter next season. Look. I'm telling you.
You know what will be worse, yeah? What will be worse is, number one, yeah, it's not going to help with the fixture list or whatever, because obviously you're adding to fixtures for games that are almost irrelevant, but you have to win them. Because if we get in, let's just say, yeah, God forbid it happens, we end up in the Europa Conference League, yeah? If it happens, you have to win it as well. Because it's bad being there. It's even worse getting there and not winning.
Exactly. Because people are going to say you were in the Conference League and you didn't win it. Like, really? But Saif, we touched on that game, the Everton Southampton game. I'm a kind of guy, I don't like to do my show and not talk about every single fixture. That's just a hallmark of what I do here, and I spend as long as I can. I appreciate you coming on. I know it's late, and I like you to just give me your thoughts on all the teams that we're coming up, and give me a prediction. And I don't know how long do you think you have, like,
we'll just keep going in it. Probably at least half an hour.
Okay, good.
We've got time, don't worry.
Okay, so because I definitely want to talk about the Chelsea Liverpool game before you leave, but
yeah, don't worry, we'll get there.
But I don't want to hit that one early. You see what I'm saying? So. Also, I like to say big up to everybody in the chat. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, especially for Saif, because I seen this guy on Ryan's channel and I'm like, whoa, who is this? Who is this dude? This dude speaks very well. I know I'm giving you praises, but you deserve it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. I appreciate it. To be fair, I've seen your channel quite a few times as well. I love it, especially. I'm not gonna lie, you've got a lot of knowledge on other teams as well.
Yeah.
So
I think I was telling them guys yesterday, you have to hold yourself in high regard, and I've been doing this 4 years. Like, this week would be my 4-year anniversary. Actually, today is my wedding anniversary, and my wife was like,
congratulations on that. That's even bigger.
Yeah. My wife was like, babe, it's anniversary, right? And I'm like, yeah, I know, but I actually forgot. Like, I know, but I'm like, oh shoot, it is, but I'm not really, we're not really big into the gifting thing and, all of that. But, it's a special day for me today, March the 1st.
Cool. And everyone congrats him in the comments.
It's my anniversary, And there's, the anniversary song that goes like, tomorrow will come and girl, I can't wait. It's her anniversary. You know what I mean? So I was like,
YouTuber, he's got a voice as well. Yeah.
Look, this is entertainment. You know what I'm saying? And you got to keep the people engaged. So, it's not a big crowd. It can get big at times, but it's a good crowd. And that's what you need.
That's for sure.
You need loyalty. Loyalty, that's what you need, because when things are not going your way, a lot of people scatter, but the loyal people would always, stick around. So we're gonna start, Saif, with let's talk about a couple of these games. Let's start with Burnley versus Leicester. So just give me your thoughts on this fixture. I don't know how
Did you go
sharp you are.
before that? Sorry, City
Hmm?
Wolves first, didn't it?
No, I don't do them. I don't do it chronologically.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah,
That's fine.
because since Man City is my team, I usually leave that one for last. You see what I'm
Understandable.
saying? It's a thing that has to do with keeping what is it called? Audience retention as well. If
All
I
planned
talk
out.
yeah, if I throw out the big guns early,
One's gone.
exactly. Exactly.
Guys, make sure you wait for the big one. Yeah.
So look, big up to Melanie in the chat as well. That's my daughter actually. Big up to Melanie. So appreciate you joining in. Okay, so we talk about the what did I say? Burnley Leicester. Let me get your thoughts, and then I'm gonna drop my thoughts. We go back and forth. If you have something, just wait until I'm done. You come, you hit it, and then we keep this thing flowing.
Yeah, let's go.
Mm.
So I think Leicester are very good at the moment. Probably didn't prove it so much recently, but definitely got to look out for Barnes. He has been like one of my standout players for this season.
Mm.
And he's in a lot of fantasy teams, which kind of proves his stats are doing quite well. He's been a threat for a lot of teams, especially when he plays more on the wing. And he can threaten. What he does really well, by the way, is he challenges the fullback a lot and usually isolates them very well. In fact, I saw it very well against Liverpool. We've got Trent, who's a very fast fullback as well. But Barnes was able to isolate him. And by doing that, you're kind of taking him out of the game. And then I think you had Tielemans or something who follows in and is able to just create a bit of space in the middle. And Barnes either drops it off to him or he cuts in and leaves the fullback for dead. And when that happens, he creates a lot of space in the box for the strikers and stuff. So I think, and he's very, very good at it. And I know defenders have picked it out, but they still can't stop it, which is very interesting. So that's one guy to definitely look out for. I think, to be honest, it should be an easy win for Leicester, but Burnley can defend very well. And playing at home as well, they don't like losing at home. They don't. If you're
Yeah.
asking me, are you asking me for a prediction yet?
Mm. What would you predict for this game?
Probably low scoring game, 1-0 Leicester.
Thank you. So both teams are coming off of losses, heavy losses. Burnley, big 4-0 loss to Tottenham Hotspur. They got battered in that game, by the way. And Saif, if you don't know, I watch mostly all the Premier League matches every weekend. If I can't watch, I listen while it's playing in my pocket because I'll be at work. I do I'm a mechanic, so it's a dirty job. So I can't really be touching up the phone a lot, or if I'm in a situation I can't really watch, I listen. And if a goal scores, I pull it out quick and be like, oh, whoa, you know what I mean? And I put it back. But when it comes to these 20 Premier League teams, I'm pretty knowledgeable on these teams and the ins and outs of these teams. So for Leicester though, who are coming off of a loss against Arsenal, I expected them to do a lot better. Barnes actually pulled up in the last game, so I think he will definitely be a doubt for this game. But he has been very improved. Madison, he pulled up recently too, so he might be out for. I don't think it will be a prolonged period, but he has been suffering from injury problems lately, and they have a few other injury problems with I think Johnny Evans had went off, and Fofana is out injured. They have James Justin out for the rest of the season. But I still think it will be enough for Brendan Rodgers and his boys to get something at Turf Moor because Burnley themselves are dealing with injury problems. Their Bonds, their big striker Bonds, missed the last game against Tottenham, but Wood started on the bench. I think he will start. But other guys like Rodriguez and Vidra, they're not producing. They just not prolific enough. So I think that's where they struggle. They do not score enough goals. And like Josh Brownhill and guys like Dwight McNeil haven't been contributing enough. And for some games, I think Mia and Tarkowski, they switch off a little and they put a lot of pressure on Nick Pope in goal. So I think Leicester has to bounce back. We know Burnley are under pressure. They need points to avoid relegation. It's gonna be a gritty game, but I think Leicester gonna win it. And my prediction, I have 2-1 for Leicester City. So what I like to do as well, I like to touch on a few things, like a few historic things, just to give the people value in the comments. So Burnley Leicester, early on this season, Leicester beat Burnley 4-2, and that could give us an indication of what could also happen this week, this midweek fixture. But we know the Premier League is very, very, very unpredictable. So is that your phone pinging off there?
No.
Oh, that's your phone, right?
My phone's dead.
Oh, what the hell is that?
What was it, like a vibrating or a pinging?
No, like a ping. Oh, I thought the girls them hitting you up, bro. Yeah. So
I haven't got any extra tabs open or anything. No.
Yeah, but the last time Leicester did play at Turf Moor, they lost. So that's encouraging. And they have beaten Leicester City at Turf Moor 3 times in their last 10 matches, which are their only victories dating back to 2015 against Leicester City, and it included 1 draw. So fairly good. Leicester have 6 wins. Burnley got 3. All wins coming at home. So it has not been a good hunting ground for Leicester City lately. And 1 game have ended in a draw. So we get an indication here where the game is not going to end in a draw. We're going to have a result here. And I'm going for a Leicester win, 2-1. So I also like to touch on the managers. Sean Dyche have only beaten a Brendan Rodgers team once in 6 tries, 5 losses there. And Brendan Rodgers have a very good record against Burnley with 7 wins, 2 losses in 9. Pretty impressive stuff. All-time Premier League results, 11 games, 3 wins for Burnley, all 3 wins coming in their last 10 fixtures, 2 draws, and 6 wins for Leicester City. Home record, 5 games. They have a very good home record against Leicester with 3 wins and 2 losses. So that's it for that fixture. And then what I do, I jump to the comments and I see what the boys are saying to keep everybody engaged. And see what everybody's saying, bring up a few comments and everything. So we got Thriller from Manila in the house. Big up to the boy Thriller. He says, I'm going to go against the grain and say Dyche will produce a result. An excited 0-0 draw. That one is funny. That one is really, 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 really funny. So, yeah, man. Yeah. So, look, man. Adam Sambol is saying those matches should have been played on the 19th and 20th and 21st of March. All right, I think it's these games he's talking about. And guys in the comments, stop begging for subs, please. Stop it. I don't know. Oh, man, I have some characters here, man. I'm telling you. Doing sub for sub and all this kind of nonsense, man. I'm telling you, man. Jordan Hyman, behave yourself. We have Adam Sambol saying a 0-0 stalemate. Burnley and the Foxes. Big up to Doug in the house as well. Donovan McCrabb. Guys, please do me a favor. Feel free to time anybody out who's, being annoying in the chat, please. Thank you very much. Thanks. Don't time out Melanie Eden, though. That's my daughter. Don't time her out. And Melanie, go do your homework, please. Yeah, so myself is saying, myself 2-0 to the Foxes. Dupe 2-0 to the Foxes. And big up to the boy Demo Dre in the chat as well. So, look, Saif, that'll be it for the Burnley Leicester. As we know, Leicester City vying for that top four spot. They have been, I don't think they have ever fallen out of the top four since they got in the top four this season, which is quite impressive. And right now they're sitting third, just behind Manchester United. Do you think they will get top four, Saif?
I want to say no, because obviously it means sacrificing the position from Liverpool. But realistically, yeah, like they've got the quality on their team to do it. So, like do you know what? It depends on injuries a lot for them, because I forgot about their injury crisis until you mentioned it, and I think they've had a total of 14 injuries this season, or even more now, and they've picked up another one with Barnes, right, and Maddison. So, to be honest, nothing's written. But I feel, to be fair, even then, they've got more depth in their squad than Liverpool do. So I think they might just pull it off.
Yeah, their recruitment have been really, really stellar, and they have had a lot of injuries. So that's why I don't want to hear the complaining from Liverpool fans about the injuries and this and that. I know everyone complains. City fans did that last season when Laporte and Sane got injured, and it affected the season. We know that. But January came and Pep chose not to buy anybody. But January, the season was gone already. You know what I'm saying? We all knew that. So there was no need to buy. But for like Liverpool, the season wasn't gone yet. But the 1st of January came and no money was spent. But we'll save. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole right about now. I really, really don't want to
open a whole kind of worms.
Yeah, I don't really want to go down the rabbit hole right about now. So, So look, Burnley, they're currently way down at the bottom of the table. They're in 15th, in a safe zone right now, but 18th, Fulham, 23 points in touching distance. Do you think Burnley should start to worry? They were on a good bit of form there though, but this is the first loss in 5 games. Do you think they should worry?
Considering Fulham have started really picking up performances, I think definitely, because always towards the end of the season, whoever's at the bottom decide to turn into Barcelona. It always happens. Like, who would have seen Sheffield pick up a result against Man United, for example? And we're going to start seeing more and more of that as the season goes on, because I reckon it takes one team from the bottom to start picking up results, and it shakes all the 5 teams around them. And Burnley are in that mix. And if they want to carry on being a Premier League team, they really got to, like you said, they've had a decent run of form, but they've had some losses this season which they shouldn't have. They could have held a draw. And when you're at that side of the table, 1 point is a lot bigger than 1 point at the top.
True. Very, very true. Very true. And I think Leicester would clinch this one. So we are gonna move on, but before we do move on, Burnley, the next game will be against Arsenal. So they have Leicester, then Arsenal, then Everton. 3 tough matches. So good luck. Good luck. You know what I'm saying? Premier League is unpredictable, but good luck. Good luck. For Leicester City, their next game will be against Brighton, then Sheffield. They have some kind fixtures. These 3 fixtures is pretty kind, where they're all winnable, but as we know, very, very, very unpredictable, seeing that it's the Prem de la Prem. Cream always rise to the top, by the way. Just want to throw that one in there. So we're going to move on, Saif, and we have Fulham versus Spurs. We got that game in the middle of the week there. That's a rearranged fixture as well. So just give me your thoughts on briefly. Give me your thoughts on what you think would happen in this game, Fulham versus Spurs.
If Spurs carry on the way they're going, easy win. Like, Bale decided to wake up one morning and said, you know what? I remember I am a good footballer. I'm going to start playing football again. And phenomenal. Like, we just saw a bit of what he's capable of in the last game. Mm-hmm. But Fulham aren't just a write-off. That's the thing, because Loftus-Cheek has really upped his game recently. He's not good in the final third in terms of either crucial passes. I think he plays a number 10 role, right? So making that final pass or even going for goal, not fantastic at it. But he does create opportunities. He makes it difficult for the opposition. And yeah, to be honest, like, I think Fulham have had, there's another player as well.
Lookman.
Yeah, Lookman is
Yeah.
another one to watch out for. But I mean, the thing is, a team like Spurs just have so much depth and they've got so much dynamics to play with. Like they can adjust so much to Fulham style of football. However, I think
Yeah.
Fulham are kind of stuck to their 4-2-3-1 kind of formation that they've been playing recently. So I think Spurs will just adjust it quite easily and probably walk away with an easy 3-0.
Yeah. So Spurs battered Burnley, literally. And I like that Mourinho showed that attacking intent by playing Lucas Moura, Heung-min Son, Harry Kane, and Gareth Bale as a four-prong attack. And I was like, whoa, because we know Mourinho has this pragmatic style of play and he is more reserved. He gets the early goal and then he shut up shop and, he parked 10 buses on the field. And then it's like, the other team comes back and score and could sometimes actually go on to win the game. But against Burnley, it was like a no nonsense type of mentality there for Spurs. They came off of a big midweek victory over Wolfsburg in the Europa League, played against Burnley and just blew them away. Gareth Bale was phenomenal. I actually said it was 2018 Champions League final Gareth Bale. And I know you as a Liverpool fan.
Well, I was there.
You was actually you was at the game?
Yeah, it was my second final that I've been to in my life.
Wow.
And lost both of them. I went to the Europa League final as well. And I thought, you know what, I don't think finals are my thing anymore. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? When you see a goal like Bale scored against us, it happened so fast, and I don't know how to explain my emotions. I was just like, wow, what a goal! But it was just over at that moment. And Adrian, innit? What can you say? No, sorry, not Adrian. I forgot his name now.
Karius.
Karius very well. You can see a bit of a goalkeeping problem recently. So
the thing is, all of your goalkeepers have been making those type of mistakes.
Yeah,
bro.
Alisson as well now. Alisson added a list of goalkeepers making mistakes.
But the thing is, I think they have been more forgiving of Alisson than they were of Karius. Because after Karius made those errors, that was it. He never played another game for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Not a single minute more. But after what Alisson did in the City game, that was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it.
You can't be doing that against City. Liverpool is like probably the biggest clash at the moment.
Definitely. But we will get to the super chat here from Doug just a second. Just want to touch on these two teams and then we move right on. But Tottenham, they weren't in good form. We're not going to pretend that Tottenham has been great this season. They were at one time. They even beat City convincingly. But right now, Tottenham are 8th in the table. They only have 2 wins in their last 5 matches. And they have dropped a lot of points lately. A lot of points. Recently lost to West Ham. And let me let you know the losses. West Ham lost to City, lost to Everton in the FA Cup, and they drew their last game against Fulham. There was a 1-1 draw in that London derby. So it's not a big London derby, but it's an important game in the grand scheme of things because Fulham has been playing some damn good football. But the only worrying thing for Fulham is that they haven't beaten Spurs since 2013. Even though they picked up a draw this season, I think they have been very ambitious as of late under Scott Parker. We would need to see Peter Parker under there and not Scott Parker and pull off a win here. They would need a win here. They pick up if Fulham beats Spurs here, they will definitely survive because they would get out the relegation zone, jump over bums like Newcastle and Brighton, who has been playing some horrible football as of late, and they would survive. I think that would give them the final push to get over the line. But it's a worrying record against Tottenham Hotspur here, but a good stat is Scott Parker's 1 match against Mourinho, the Maestro Mourinho, 1 draw. So that's a good thing. Mourinho has only lost to Fulham once in his managerial career, so they got everything going for them here. So Fulham's home record against Tottenham is a good one. However, 14 matches, 5 wins, 6 losses, and 3 draws. They would need to conjure up the spirit of those wins to do something here against Tottenham Hotspur, who are in good nick, but Fulham are also in very good nick with guys like Ademola Lookman playing some damn good football. They have a Nigerian brigade over there at Fulham. So my prediction for this one, Saif, I'm going for a 2-2 draw, a high-scoring draw.
Quite different from mine because I said 3-0.
Yeah.
I'm really interested. Fulham ain't easy, to be honest.
Repeat that?
I said Fulham ain't an easy team to walk over.
Yeah, they have been playing some really good football as of late, and I'm going on the merit. I'm going on merit with my predictions. I'm not just going with gut feeling right now. I'm going with merit. So thank you very much, Doug, for the super chat. Doug is saying, did you hear Aaron Wan-Bissaka might be represented DR of Congo instead of England? He has grown frustrated with Gareth Southgate. I think, to be honest, that's a very good decision. Simply because for DR Congo, he will get the opportunities. For England, however, he will get the opportunity eventually. But what I think would actually happen when you have Trippier. Okay, if Aaron Wan-Bissaka is playing out his skins, Gareth Southgate will still start Trippier. And he will be like, you see what I'm saying? And there's Trent, there's Reece James, there's Kyle Walker. I think it's the best decision for him to actually switch his allegiance and play for Congo DR. And Saif, I know Trent's your player and all, but right about now, Trent can't start for England.
No, to be honest, in the last few games, picked it up a little bit, but still way off the mark. I mean, the thing is, someone like Southgate is going to look at his season as a whole and not just say his last 3 games or whatever, because I mean, in the Premier League, you've got 38 games.
Yeah.
In the Euros, you ain't got that many games to start fixing up. And I mean, there's a lot of good players on the England squad at the moment, so it's tough. But speaking about Wan-Bissaka, the guy's quality, and that's coming from a Liverpool fan. And I don't like to rate United players usually, but he's quality. And I think represent your home country, man, where your parents are from or whatever. Like, there's some quality players out of there. And I think if more players did that, then they'll realise there's so much quality back home as well, and help produce football from other parts of the world.
Look, Congo DR, that was colonized by Belgium. Most of these black players you see playing for Belgium, they could play for Congo DR. They could have had a wicked squad.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
And they would have, number one, they would have got a much larger preference in their squads or whatever. For example, there's some players that might be sitting on the bench at Belgium that would have easily walked into Congo's squad, and they would literally be superheroes. Like, I'm not even joking, superheroes, and not just for Congo, but the surrounding countries as well. Because it gives, it gives belief. Like, for me, I look at the thing is, there's not a lot of brown people in football. This is a whole different conversation. There's not a lot of brown people in football, but one does make it. Like, for example, you've got Yan Danda. And I think, if he can do it, it's not impossible. Like, I can do it. And if there's children growing up in Congo, for example, and they see Wan-Bissaka representing his home country, they're like, he is my blood. Like, he is the same place that I'm from. If he can do it, so can I. So it's just that thing of appreciating your own sort of thing.
Yeah. So you mentioned Yan Danda. I never really got to, like, are you Indian background or Pakistani?
I'm mixed. I'm actually, my grandparents are born in 4 different countries: Uganda, Kenya, India, and Pakistan. Crazy.
Wow, because I know there's a lot of Indians in Kenya and Uganda.
Yeah. All originally Indian. I don't know how many generations back, but my parents are Indian as well.
That is cool. Yeah,
nice little mix.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on, and what I want to do, I want to talk about the Liverpool-Chelsea game, because I'm very, very long-winded with my stuff, but I want to get your thoughts on the Liverpool-Chelsea game before you run out of here, because it's heading towards 11 p.m. your time.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you have work in the morning, so I would like to respect that.
Thank you very much.
As well. Yeah. So what we're gonna do, I didn't get a chance to read any comments from the people in the chat, but in terms of okay, I got a few here. Thriller from Manila says Spurs should have the quality to notch up 3 points here, especially if Son and Kane play well. All right, thank you very much there, Thriller from Manila. And who else we got here? There's been a lot of spammy in the comments, you know. And what I'm gonna do right now in the comments, I will block Jordan Hyman. This is a warning. If you don't chill, I will block you. You understand? Because the nonsense that I see is going on in the comments here is ridiculous. If my daughter comes on the stream, she's not even 10 yet. She's 9. And you're asking her if she have Instagram and all that kind of stuff. That is ridiculous. Show some goddamn respect. You see what I'm saying? Don't make me have to reach to the stream and slap you. Sorry for the violence, guys. Sorry for the violence. And Mel, if you're watching, please leave. Please leave, Mel. You've had enough fun. Bye-bye. Sorry for the awkwardness as well there. But, you know, I'm in charge here. Got to take charge.
You tell it, man. You tell it.
Exactly. Got to take charge of the situation. So, Saif, bro, let's talk. This is what I brought you on for.
Chelsea.
This is what you know best. You're a Liverpool fan. This is your team.
You know, I'm gonna start with Chelsea because I've got a lot to say about Liverpool, yeah? So Chelsea, Giroud can score goals. And that's what I'll be honest, that is my biggest worry is Giroud. You know why? Because Liverpool's defence is not our starting 11 sort of defence. Like, it's a bit of a, I think we've had over 21 or 22 partnerships or something at the back in our 2 centre-back positions. Like you mentioned Trent earlier, he's been better, but not at the top of his game yet. Robertson, in our last game, was a bit more involved in midfield play. And our 2 centre-backs, Kabak and Phillips, they've only played together once, which was last game. And I'll be honest, you can't compare Sheffield to Chelsea. And even then, they were still breaking through our back four, which is scary business. Someone like Giroud will do that 90 minutes of the game. And you make one mistake with someone like Giroud and he's finishing it. And we can't risk that. Because Liverpool's confidence right now is like a balloon and a goal is like a pin, literally. And our confidence will pop and it's game over. And that's the biggest worry about. Even as a Liverpool fan, as soon as we can see the goal, you're like, all right, cool, that's it. I'm going to make myself a tea, make myself a coffee. That's it, I'm finished, whatever. Another player to look out for is Mount. I don't know if he'll play Zit. Do you know, it's interesting, yeah, because I don't know how to pronounce the manager's name, Tuchel. Tuchel. He's been changing the players around a lot. He looks like he's still trying to find himself a little bit. And I think the Man United game was a big test, which was their last game. And what he did very well was able to just demobilize the game. Just not let United play, not let them have chances, not let them threaten us, threaten Chelsea, don't let them play their football. And he did a very, very good job at that, considering he's quite new to the squad. And I think with Liverpool struggling to score goals, if he kind of deploys the same sort of tactic against us, this is going to be the most boring game of football ever. And knowing our luck, they'll just pick up a late goal or something like that. Or even, it doesn't have to be a late goal. They just need a couple chances and they'll finish it. And we're going to, number one, struggle to make chances because they're going to make it difficult for us to have those chances. They've got someone like Kante, who just is everywhere. Like he broke down so many attacks in that against United. And there was a game before that I was watching, I think it was before that, where in 1 minute he's just making the through ball and attacking. Before you know it, he's defending in his own box, and you're like, bro, how did you even get there? Like, I just don't understand. And against Liverpool, our counter-attack hasn't been anywhere as fast as it usually is. So you're just giving them all the confidence in the world to go for the attack because Liverpool aren't going to come and counter-attack that quickly at us. So might as well go for it. With Liverpool, on the other hand, I feel like I want to cry right now because the choices are limited. And I know, so before this last game, before the Sheffield game, I've been on a lot of streams. I'm sure you saw some of them, yeah?
Yeah.
I was so frustrated with the fact that every single game we've played the same formation and maximum one change here or there. And it's literally due to injuries, not because we're trying something new. And you're thinking, like, Klopp, yeah, don't get it wrong. I love the guy. Like, genuinely, I probably would take a bullet for him. And I ain't even met him before. But Why are you playing the same formation every week when you know it don't work? And we're coming up against Sheffield. We were coming up against Sheffield, who are very capable of playing like a low block, very defensive game against us. And we're going to struggle to break them down, like we've done against Burnley, like we've done against Brighton, like we've done against so many other teams in the league. Yeah. Why are we going to go for the same formation? We need something different. And I got very frustrated. But then we managed to pick up 2 goals. One of them was a lucky deflection. Chelsea ain't going to be as forgiving. They're not going to give us those chances. And I want to see something different. Like, that's pretty much what I'm trying to say. I just want to see something very different from Liverpool. I understand the back four. That's fine. Put Robert at the back. Then you've got Kabak. He'll probably pay Fabinho if Fabinho comes back. But if not, Phillips and Trent on the right. But what I would like to see is if Fabinho is back, put him in the midfield. He's good in midfield. Why are you going to put him in centre-back? If you've got Fabinho in midfield, we don't need to stress about our defence so much because you know he's going to break down attacks. And that defence, they're 2 professional footballers at the end of the day. If Liverpool went and got Kabak in the transfer window and they went and got Phillips, they've got to be good enough to play for us. Otherwise, why are they there? Phillips is 24 years old. He's not a kid anymore. If he's not good enough, then why is he at Liverpool? So if he is good enough, or if you're going to keep him at Liverpool, put him there. I know it's Chelsea, but put him there and let Fabinho play in his natural position. And also, one thing Fabinho is very good at, number one, breaking down attacks. I call him noodle legs, yeah? Because they wrap around anyone and everyone. He makes these tackles from behind and his leg just goes all the way around. He reaches the ball, I don't know how. But also, he picks up that ball, looks up, plays a great through ball, plays a great pass, very attacking minded, very direct. And that's what Mane and Salah are missing at the moment. Someone like that behind them who, as soon as we pick up the ball, you watch Salah. As soon as we pick up the ball, he's running. Right now, we've got Thiago. Salah started making his run. Thiago's looking, I don't know, behind him to make a pass or next to him. He never looks up. But Fabinho, on the other hand, if we can get him into the midfield, he's going to pick up the balls, make them through passes, give a chance for Mane and Salah. But like I say, I just really want a change of formation. And to be honest, I'm quite interested to see what's going to happen in the goalkeeper position as well. I don't know if Alisson's ready, but Adrian didn't do too bad last game. I know he's had his flops here and there, but he did all right. His distribution was quite good as well.
All right. So, Saif, if Fabinho is fit again, Klopp should definitely not put him in centre back because he can't manage it. He does play well, but over a sustained period, it's gonna break him down again. And that's why he broke down. That's why he's been breaking down. That's why Henderson broke down. They're playing out of position. Okay?
Exactly.
If you take a part, I'm a mechanic. If you take a part that's supposed to fit snug and perfectly onto something and you put it somewhere else, it's either it's not gonna fit or it's gonna fit, but it's gonna wobble and eventually wear and eventually break. And that's what's been going on with Henderson and Fabinho playing at the centre-back position. I don't know if Klopp didn't learn anything from what happened to Man City last season. You cannot do that in the Premier League. It's you can't do it. What Klopp should have been doing all this time, was playing Nat Phillips and Reece Williams. Play them. They're centre-backs. Play them. Play them. You understand? When January comes, get a centre-back. Have him to supplement the defense as well. You put your best midfielders, which Henderson has been on a really good run of form. People almost won the PFA Player of the Season last year. Fabinho, a lot of Liverpool fans, even non-Liverpool fans, say he's the best defensive mid in the world. So when you take those guys out the midfield, you're taking out the heart. You're taking the core out of the team. I have a feeling Klopp is scared to leave Thiago on the bench. I want to hear your thoughts on how Thiago... Listen, let me make this clear. When Thiago was linked to your club and when you guys actually got him, I rate the man for what he did at Bayern Munich. And I was like, he is definitely going to improve the Liverpool team based on what he did at Bayern Munich. But little did I know, he would have just come in and I think I think I've came up with this theory that he has actually made the team worse than better. To be completely honest, he has not made the team better. Anybody else, let me just say this before I let you. Any other midfielder could have played where Thiago played, and it would have either been the same result or better, but not worse.
I'm just trying to take that in. Do you know what? It's hard to disagree. It's very difficult to disagree with you, simply because of the fact that just look at the stats. Literally look at the stats, and they say, "Oh, it's all good making passes, but Thiago is there to make crucial passes. He's there to assist." And I don't want to put any dirt on Thiago because I love the guy. Even now, I still agree he is an incredible midfielder. I've seen him at Bayern Munich, yeah, and just watching him, you're like, wow. When he first came into Liverpool, I was just like, damn, like this guy is good. But it took me a moment to realize that, wait a second, it's all great being a good player. Do you fit into the system? Like you're saying, you're a mechanic, yeah. You got all the cogs that make it go. If the cog don't fit, it don't fit. It's simple as that.
Yeah.
But I'm giving him benefit of the doubt that Klopp's style of introducing players is a bit different, because I've seen it with someone like Fabinho. When Fabinho first came to Liverpool, it took a long time for him to become a first-team player, because he would play like a few minutes here, a few minutes there, didn't fit into the team. I was just like, this guy's a donkey, and excuse me, yeah, because I love Fabinho now. But he literally reminded me of a donkey when he first came to Liverpool. Very clumsy, misplaced passes, making fouls instead of tackles and stuff like that. And I was very frustrated. I was like, poor signing, get rid of him. But Klopp gradually introduced him to the team. He realised throwing him in the deep end ain't working. Gradually introduced him. He learned the culture, learned the style of the club. And now the guy fits in. He's probably like one of the main tools at the club right now, from going someone that didn't fit properly. And I feel like with Thiago, the problem is that Liverpool are in a bad situation already. Like it's just, we're just not playing well. And if he had good players around him at the moment, like let's just say Salah, Mane and Firmino, just those three were on the top of their form right now, maybe even if Thiago was having the same performances, we'd look at Thiago and say, oh, wow, he's an amazing player.
Yeah.
But we're also basing him on the players around him, because you can't expect him to, for example, keep trying to pick out players if they're not making the runs. Or you can't expect him to try to play through balls if we're not making gaps for him. And I feel like it's a bit of him and a bit of the players around him. For me, just give him a bit of time. I think this season's a write-off for Liverpool anyways. Keep fighting for top four, obviously, but be patient with him. Like we know he's a good player. Like you've even said it yourself. Like you've seen him at Munich, and
the thing too, Saif, is that waiting on a player to come good could cost you. That's the other thing.
Very true. Very true.
Whereas maybe another player could have been in his playing where he's playing and progressing. For example, I don't understand why Klopp kept playing Milner and you had Curtis Jones in the team. And you see the moment every time Curtis Jones is on the field, he's dazzling. You see what I mean? Curtis Jones should be in every starting 11 for the rest of the season. The man is 20 years old. He does not need no rest. When I was 20, I didn't need no damn rest. You understand? I didn't need no rest.
100%, man.
You see what I mean? I could go and go and go and go. Even Bruno Fernandes at 26 years old said, why are you dropping me? I don't need no rest. I play every game. It doesn't matter. I don't need no rest. Because when you're 30, then is when you want to slow down. Oh, man, yeah. Play somebody else in the League Cup or the FA Cup. I'll rest because I have the Premier League on the weekend. Look, Klopp, you got to blame Klopp. You know, somebody's got to be blamed, and it has to be the manager for the farm. It has to be him. He's the most dispensable person in the team. You see what I mean? The players are not as dispensable as the manager. Maybe one player, but not all the players. That's why managers get sacked on the when there's bad results. Who knows if this was a Chelsea, Klopp would be sacked.
Yeah,
I'm
glad it's not though, because it's not feral managers. Like, obviously, look, I know you're going to say it's an excuse, but look at the injury list for Liverpool for a start.
Excuses, bro.
Secondly, you lot have won a league, yeah. I'm not sure if you, like, to be honest, I don't know how much you can see it on TV, yeah. But when I've gone to games and like for example, I don't live too far from Crystal Palace's stadium, so I've gone to quite a few of the games, Premier League football at my doorstep. But you see like other teams come to Selhurst Park and you see Palace play and they play like an average game or whatever. Whenever a team like City come, whenever a team like Liverpool come, they up their game so much. Why? Because these are the reigning champions. Like these are the kings at the moment. This is the boss level on the game that you're playing. So they turn up 110%. And it's difficult to win 2 seasons in a row. And I feel this season, not only are at the beginning of the season, everyone knows, all right, these are the champions. We've got to give them a hard game. And then we've hit our bad form. And suddenly everyone's thinking, wait, we've never had a chance to beat Liverpool. Like Everton, we've never beat Liverpool. We haven't beat Liverpool at Anfield since like 1923 or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
If ever a time we're going to do it, it's now. So we better turn up for this game. Forget 110%, we're going 150%. And that's pretty much what's happening. So I feel saying like, for example, you're saying a team like Chelsea would have got rid of the manager a lot quicker. They'll be talking about getting rid of the manager. I just don't think that's fair. I understand modern football, but it's not fair because it takes time. It does take time. Like,
bro, it is not fair, but we saw what happened. Mourinho, look at Conte. Antonio Conte won the league, got sacked.
Ridiculous, though. It's ridiculous. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Sorry. Maurizio Sarri.
All right, sorry.
I know he went to Juventus, but, you know, he got sacked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look, we're going to get to the real question just soon. But Alisson, if he didn't play against Sheffield, do you think he's still in the country? Is he still in the country?
From what I heard, I actually asked someone who works at the club, and he said that he couldn't find a ticket out and they weren't letting him travel. And that was about like 2 days. That was the day of the Sheffield game, which was yesterday, right? Yeah.
I think he might find a way because
when you got something like that, you can do anything.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's not something small in it. Like, and he had a good relationship with his father as well.
If he didn't play against Sheffield, I don't think he's gonna play against Chelsea because it's
state of mind as well, right? Like,
yeah,
he has to focus 90 minutes of the game.
The game is too big and the loss is too close.
Yeah.
If it's your uncle or whatever, you know what I mean, it's whatever, you know what I mean. But it's your dad. You see what I'm saying?
It's the manner in which it happened as well. It's quite sad.
Yeah. So you think it will be Adrian again?
Possibly. Yeah.
I think
so. I think sorry, because Kelleher was another option, but I think he wasn't on the bench either. So I'm assuming he's out injured. I haven't had a chance to search him. But yeah, I think because the only other 2 keepers we got after Adrian are like 2 18-year-olds from the academy, and they were on the bench for the Sheffield game. Highly doubt they'll get played. So Adrian, and he did all right last game. Like, you can't fault him.
He did it right, and maybe it's better to have Adrian in goal right now than Alisson, seeing that he's been making some bad mistakes. But we know Alisson is quality. I'm not saying he's not quality, but this is a pressure game. Yeah. You have Chelsea, who are above Liverpool in the table, one place above in 5th, and the race right now for top 4 is hot.
Very.
Liverpool, to be honest, bro, they don't look good going into this game. Despite the win against Sheffield, it was a good win, good morale boosting win, but Sheffield got 8 shots off. I think Sheffield got in behind way too many times. Oliver Burke came on and got behind way too many times. Yeah. I think we spoke about Liverpool a lot. This Tuchel's Chelsea is very compact. They haven't conceded a lot of goals. They have a good keeper in Mendy, have kept a lot of clean sheets. They have a more assured backline with Rudiger, Aspilicueta. They have a lot of choices to choose from, whether they want to play a Reece James at wing back or a Chilwell or Alonso. They've just looked good. Kante, Kovacic, Georgie. They have a lot of choices. Mount, Havertz, Pulisic. Just throw the names out there. Werner, Tammy Abraham, Giroud, who you were mentioning. And, the team is just they're looking good. They just beat Atleti.
Yeah. They're top of the Spanish league at the moment.
It's a rough one. It's a rough one. So before we get to the predictions, let me just touch on some key points. Chelsea lost early in the season. That was September 20th, 2-0. Liverpool won that game. Very convincing win. The previous match, Liverpool 5-3. That was the game that Liverpool went on to lift the title after that game. That was a good one. Chelsea did beat Liverpool in the 5th round of the FA Cup last season. And that was their only win dating back to an Carabao Cup win in 2018 and a 1-0 Premier League win in 2018. That was the 2017-18 season. And Liverpool placed 4th. They only got 75 points that season. It's a whole different Liverpool team right about now, where they have only lost once to Chelsea and picked up a draw since. But fortunes have changed lately. The home form, Saif, has been horrendous. Even though in 28 home matches, Chelsea have only 6 wins against Liverpool at Anfield, 7 draws, and Liverpool with a whopping 15 wins, 50 goals to 32. It's an encouraging stat for Liverpool. But we know, and we have learned this season, that history means absolutely nothing.
Literally.
And another fun fact, it will be the battle of the 2 German managers in the Prem de la Prem, Thomas Tuchel versus Jurgen Klopp, where they have met 14 times in the past. Tuchel has only 2 wins against Klopp, 9 losses and 3 draws. So Klopp is the, big favorite going into this. But also we have learned that means nothing. Tuchel have a good record against Liverpool. 2 losses, a win, and a draw in 4 games. Not bad. He haven't lost 50% of the game, so that's not too bad. While Klopp has a decent record against Chelsea, 7 wins, 4 draws, and 3 losses. Saif, it's been great having you on. I want you to bless us with your predictions before you head on out to bed. It's late. It's after 11. It's 11-11, bro. Make a wish.
I'm wishing Liverpool get a solid result against Chelsea.
That was good. What's your prediction though? Like what how you feeling? Like give me an honest prediction.
The thing is, I'm in a situation where my heart says one thing, my brain says something completely different.
Let's work with the brain here.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to. I'm trying to process it.
Okay, let me have both predictions. Your brain, your heart.
Okay, I'm gonna put my heart just so I can get it off my chest, innit? So my heart's saying that little win against Sheffield was a bit of a morale booster. We've lost too many games at home in a row. I think like 4 in a row now.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got, I think, Navigator's back, Fabinho potentially back, and even Jota potentially back as well. With all of that, I mean, a lot of confidence boosting. Not so much, I don't know if that adds to the quality of it. So my heart's saying a 3-1 to Liverpool, but my head says something completely different. My head says 1-0 or 0-0.
1-0 to who?
To Liverpool. I'm an ambitious fan.
Wait. Your heart says 3-1?
Yeah.
And your head says 1-0?
Yeah.
So wait.
See, the problem with me, Dom, yeah?
Yeah.
I can never predict Liverpool losing because if they do, I'm going to beat myself. Literally, you can watch all my streams. I've never, ever said Liverpool going to lose. Even Liverpool final, I was just like, easy 2-0 to Liverpool.
All right, Saif. The thing is, hear the thing that this is the problem. This is the problem with Liverpool. This is the problem I have with Liverpool fan channels, right? This is the serious problem I have with Liverpool fan channels.
You got to believe your team. Like you got to sit there and believe. Like, and realistically, walking into these games since December, do Liverpool come out the losers? Like, I know. Looking at the teams on paper, you're like, yeah, obviously things are a little bit different now. Yeah. It's still hard to say that we're going to lose. It just hurts.
I know. But hear this, right? Last season, I'm pretty sure I predicted a lot of City losses and draws simply because of the way we were playing. And I went with a lot of, I went on merit. You see what I'm saying? A lot of meritocracy in my predictions there. And This season, when we played Spurs, I knew we were going to lose. I predicted a loss. We lost the game. But the last time we played them, well, we lost the first match, the reverse fixture. I knew we were going to beat Spurs. I just knew it. We handled business. The way City have been playing, I'm predicting all wins. I'm predicting that City are going to win every single Premier League game remaining. That's my prediction. If it happens, it happens. If it don't happen, then I owe my Liverpool brethren at work a bottle of Hennessy. But I'm confident because of the way the team has been playing. But my problem with Liverpool fan channel, Saif, is that Liverpool, let me tell you the problem. Liverpool have played 26 games, 26 games. You have only won 12. You drew 7, you lost 7. So every time you predict a win here, it's like you predict a win, but you lose. Then you predict another win, then you lose. And that happened 4 times in a row. And that happened a lot of times since Christmas. So then, what ends up happening is that you start to mirror the manager of the team, where he's doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. While if you say, you know what, I think we're going to draw this one, but you actually win, you're like, ooh, it feels better. But when you expect a win and you lose, it hurts even more. If you predict a loss because of the way you guys have been playing, it buffers the loss. You see, it creates a buffer for the loss. But when you're coming up against a Burnley, a Brighton, even a Southampton, you expect to win. When you come up against an Everton and you look at the record, you expect to win. When you come up against City and City haven't beaten you guys at Anfield since 2003, you expect to win. But sometimes, if you actually pay attention to what's happening at the other team a little bit more, you would learn that not to predict a win for every single game. Or maybe you're just rolling over from last season. It could be that too.
Do you know what? My excuse for coming up with a 1-0 or a 3-1 or whatever it is firstly, from Chelsea's side, they've got Tuchel, who's, I feel like he's still in a position where he's trying to learn the team properly. He's trying to find his footing with the team, and they're not scoring many goals. And that's been Liverpool's biggest problem, is our defence. Well, yeah, pretty much. Well, that's not, and to be fair, we have a lot of problems now thinking about it, defence and scoring goals. But I think 1-0 is fair in the sense that, look, Tuchel's looking to find his feet still with Chelsea. He's coming to Anfield for the first time. And this thing with Liverpool, we're not a bad team. And I think any sane Premier League fan out there will agree that Liverpool are not a bad team. But we are going through a bad run. Yeah. And that's undeniable, a very bad run. But for example, City had a dip at the beginning of the season, and they come out of their dip and confidence builds a bit like momentum, and they just go winning. And that's typical City. And I feel like this is a dip for Liverpool, very extended, however, but still it's a big dip in form for Liverpool. And I feel like that win against Sheffield will make us realise, all right, cool, we are actually capable of winning 3 points in a Premier League game. Coming into the Chelsea game, they're not the same Chelsea that we usually face that are fantastic. Yeah, they've got a great form at the moment, but look against Man United. They struggle. They really, really struggle to play football. And their only solution to that was making sure United can't build up momentum in that game, which is, I'm telling you now, it's going to be a very boring game, Liverpool-Chelsea. Because Liverpool are going to be trying a lot, and possibly, it all depends what happens in like the first 15, 20 minutes. Because if Chelsea get comfortable on the pitch, then it's a big problem.
I think you want it to be a boring game because I think you have a look.
I can't help it. I can't help it. I try to be impartial.
These are Chelsea's results under Tuchel. 0-0 against Wolves, 2-0 against Burnley, 1-0 win against Tottenham. They conceded 1 against Sheffield, but they won the game. They beat Barnsley 1-0. They beat Newcastle 2-0. They drew to Southampton 1-1, right? That's only, 2 goals since Tuchel came in, right? That's 2 goals. Then they beat Atleti 1-0. Atleti, and drew to United with Bruno Fernandes and with a fit squad. 2 goals.
I think they were missing Cavani though, right? They were missing Cavani, I think.
Yeah, but there's Rashford, there's Greenwood. That's why you have a squad. There's Martial, These guys, Martial came in for big money. Look, 2 goals. So when you predict 3, I'm like, nah, that ain't gonna happen. But my prediction for this I'm gonna give the people what they've been waiting for. My prediction: Chelsea win the game 2-1. They do not lose. They do not lose this game to Liverpool. They do not lose it. The way Liverpool have been playing at home, bro, on merit. I don't care what just happened. I don't care what just happened against Everton. I really don't care. But they're not winning this game. They're not winning the game. Their home form has been horrendous. Okay? Because if you want to go from the Leipzig win and say, yeah, okay, Liverpool did well against Leipzig. Leipzig are a very good team. What happened against Everton? You lost the game. You beat West Ham convincingly. Tottenham, back-to-back. West Ham and Tottenham has been, Tottenham to a lesser extent, but West Ham has been on fire. You played Brighton, you lost the game. You see what I'm saying? So, I think Liverpool's season, it's salvageable, but you guys just have to consolidate right now and try your hardest to get Champions League. It's gonna be very difficult. It's still there. It is still there. I want Liverpool to prove me wrong because from what I've assessed, they're not beating Chelsea. They can squeeze a draw.
Any other season, even beginning of this season, I would be sitting here saying, no, I disagree. But yeah, you're right. Like the thing is, you are right, and I'll be honest, yeah. As much as I try to be impartial, it's very, very difficult because, like, I'm very intertwined with my club, and it's hard. It's hard to see. Obviously coming from the outside, and yeah. I understand. Like, I don't watch as many other Premier League games as you do, for example. Trying to judge the other team, I'm doing it based on what I have seen. And
I'm gonna give you some tips. Look, as a fellow content creator and talking football, try your best to at least catch a few other Premier League matches, especially if you're gonna face the team next. And that's the problem I have with a lot of Liverpool fans. They do not know the opponents. They know Liverpool very, very well, ins and outs, but they do not know their opponents. And I was talking to a Liverpool fan earlier in the season, and he was saying to me that, what do you know? It's my team. I said, wait, stop, just stop. This is Dominic you're talking about. Bro, I have probably watched every Liverpool match since 2018. Every game. The channel is there to prove. I probably reviewed more Liverpool games than Liverpool fan channels. But the beauty about it, this is not a Man City channel. I'm a Man City fan, but this is not a Man City channel. And it's simply because I'm not an original Man City fan from the 1990s when Man City got relegated, and it's just, that's not me. You see what I'm saying? My name is not Yan City. Big up to Yan City, by the way. This is Dominic. You see, I'm a newer Man City fan, and I'm proud to say that. And I didn't go and pick City because, oh my God, City got money. To be honest, when I became a City fan, or when City became a fan of me, I didn't know. I honestly, to swear to God, I didn't even know about any takeover or anything. I just needed a team, and I picked City. Or rather say City picked me back in 1894. You see what I mean? But the thing is, seeing that I am a very passionate fan, but I was not a little boy. So the connection is different. I'm not from England. The connection is different. So I will predict a loss because
it's fair enough. I'm not gonna lie, you're thinking very
it's,
logically, so I can't even deny it, and I appreciate that because I've been on other fan channels and they love to attack for just for fun. But no, you speak very logically, and I have to appreciate that.
Yeah, try my best, man. So look, Saif, thanks. I would like to have you on longer, but I gotta respect your time.
I'm loving it, man. But unfortunately, I got work.
Yeah. No. I am gonna let you go. I have to let you go. I was gonna say I would love to have you on to hear what you have to say about Man City, but are you gonna? Do you think that before you go? Do you think the title is done? It's wrapped up.
Yeah, pretty much. I can't like who's threatening United, and United ain't like they just went and drew to Chelsea, and they're not City at the end of the day, to be honest, because City now are just, as much as I hate saying it, yeah, Guardiola doing a great job, City doing a fantastic job. Like, you lot just look unstoppable. There's not a game like, all right, look, as an outside fan, yeah, looking at Liverpool, there's a lot of like, for example, realistically with the Chelsea game, more likely a draw or a loss than a win, to be honest.
Yeah.
Most likely, I think, most likely a 1-1 or a 0-0 draw, not the most exciting game. But there's not a single game that City have gone into where I thought they're going to lose. Literally every game they go into, you're thinking at least 2 or 3-0. Even against United, even against Chelsea, I think, oh yeah, City are going to pick up at least 2 goals this game, because they're just so good, man, and no one's threatening it at the moment.
Well, thank you very much, Saif. I'm about to drop your channel link in the chat so people could go and subscribe to you. And if ever you want to have me on, just hit me up.
I love it.
Yeah, just hit me up on Twitter and we will organize that, you know what I'm saying? Make it happen.
Yeah, big up to all of you lot in the comments. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, Saif, man. Have a blessed night. We'll talk. We'll talk in the morning.
I'll be reloading the video tomorrow morning to see your predictions on the City game.
All right, man. Peace.
All based on merit. All right, no worries, man. See ya. Peace, man.
Peace, man. All right. That was the official Saif who came through to help me in today's video. So primarily to talk about the Liverpool game, by the way. And going forward, I'm going to try to have guests on to try to spice the thing up a little. You know, you need a little spice in your life. A little spice in your life is nice. But as I said earlier in the stream, guys, today's my anniversary, man. You know what I mean? My wife and I got married 3 years ago. We met for the first time in 2012. I was on my way to St. Vincent and I met this beautiful young St. Lucian girl in the airport. I was going through St. Lucia to St. Vincent, and I just did it for the adventure, for the fun of it. And, you know, the crazy thing is I was going to St. Vincent to meet a girl too. So I met her while going to meet a girl. So that's a long history, but that's gone. That's, you know, kind of bad on my behalf, but it was destined to be. It was meant to be. And 2 years later, she came to live with me. And that was only the second time I saw her after 2012. So 2012 to 2014, I saw her twice, the day we met and the day she came to live with me. What a risk. That's a big risk. And then you fast forward 7 years later and we're still here. You know what I mean? So tomorrow will come and girl, I can't wait. It's our anniversary. It's our anniversary. It's our anniversary. It's our anniversary. Well, anniversary. Anyways, let me stop scaring the people out of the stream, and I have to finish the rest of this by myself. We got a few games to go through, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody in here. Appreciate the crowd. It's not a huge crowd, but it's a good crowd. It's a good crowd. And if you guys are wondering, Jordan Hyman has been banned. Jordan Hyman has been banned for misbehaving in the stream, and I'll leave it right there. You know, the people. I was reading the stream, and just the behavior was unbearable today. So big up to everybody in the chat. Guys, what's your prediction for the Liverpool-Chelsea game? Liverpool-Chelsea. Liverpool-Chelsea. So Thriller is saying, Dom, he's a good guest, very balanced and unbiased opinion. Thank you very much. We have AD says, which team do you think will stop City's perfect run? Listen, nobody is stopping the run right now. Nobody is stopping the run right now. The only team I could see actually posing a threat is a 0-0 at United or 1-1 draw come this weekend. Something like that. But I honestly think we'll beat United. But since you ask, I think that's a team that could actually... Do we play... We played Chelsea twice already, didn't we? Didn't we play Chelsea twice already? Let me double check. Let me just look at the fixtures right here. These are the fixtures. Wolves. We'll get to that game soon. United. Southampton. Fulham. Leicester. Leeds. Aston Villa. Crystal Palace. We do have Chelsea. Newcastle. Brighton. Everton. Everybody dead. Everybody. Unless Pep rotates, bringing the youth players or something, after we already mathematically win the title. Maybe. But right about now, I don't see anybody stopping City. I really don't. The team is just out of this world right about now. It's just out of this world. So, guys, we are going to move on to the next fixture. Crystal Palace versus Manchester United. Crystal Palace versus Manchester United. I was actually going to go back and look at some comments, but we got to keep this thing moving. Fox Williams, big up to Fox in the house. Thank you, for being a member of the channel. Appreciate it. Great video, Jen. Saif, blessings to you. Thank you very much. We'll have Saif back again in the future. And, we'll have more Liverpool fans and fans of other channels on in the future. I'm going to get my diplomatic Dominic on and hit up some DMs on Twitter and say, hey, do you want to come on the channel and do this thing with your boy? Let's do this. Let us do this, okay? Put on my suit. I had to put on the presidential suit today, you know what I mean, to welcome the guests to the channel. And we're just live in here doing a goddamn thing. So, guys, make sure you go and hit the thumbs up button for the stream one time, okay? Okay? Let's do this. All right, so, look, we're going to keep things moving, man. We got a few more games to go through. I don't want to linger. The great elephant man says, nah, linger. And he also said, signal the plane. Okay? So, we listen, we're going to keep it moving. We're not going to linger. So, Crystal Palace versus Manchester United. Man United coming off of a stalemate against Chelsea. And Crystal Palace also coming off a stalemate against Fulham. So both teams picked up points, picked up 1 point apiece, and they'll be looking for the 3 points here, especially United, who would want to keep the momentum going at second. Leicester is on their backs. West Ham's catching up. Chelsea's catching up. Even though, those teams didn't pick up a lot of points in the last round. Liverpool 43 points. Everton's 43 points. And if United keep slipping up like that, they give these other teams a look in. Because let's say United lose to Palace, they have 50 points. But if they lose and let's say Liverpool and Everton both win their next games, they're only 4 points behind. And if United drop points again, then they get caught. The rest is history. So Crystal Palace, who could be, a very, very gritty unit here, have had some success against United as of late, where in their last 3 games, they have 2 wins, which is nuts. When you think about it. The only 2 wins in their last 10 games dating back to 2016 and probably dating back further than 2016. And I'm going to give you that information right now. So big up to the boy Roy Hodgson one time, because if it wasn't for Hodgson, that would have never happened, because all the other managers failed to do so. You have to go all the way back to the freaking 2011-12 League Cup quarterfinals when Crystal Palace last beat Manchester United, and it happened at Old Trafford. And before that, you have to go all the way back to 1990-91. So look, if Crystal Palace are to pick up a win against Man United, they have to do it now. It's going to be this season because they have been good. But after a 3-1 win on the road earlier this season, Could Palace actually pull off their first ever league double against Manchester United? Personally, I would love it. I would absolutely love it. But what we've learned from United lately is that they have been bullies of the smaller teams. You see the teams outside the top 10? You see the teams at the bottom of the table? United just, not Sheffield United, by the way. United just love to bully those teams. They just bully those teams, especially Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is the biggest bully of those teams. I was reading a stat. Let me give you guys some good value. I was reading a stat, and the stat says that Bruno Fernandes have, I'm going to give you the stats. You know what? What I'm going to do, I'm going to let you guys see for yourselves. I'm going to let you see for yourself, okay? I'm going to let you see for yourself, and we're going to take a look at the fraudulence that's going on with Bruno Fernandes against the smaller teams, okay? Well, it's fraudulence against the bigger teams, but against the smaller teams, he's excelling. At whole, it's fraudulence. You see what I mean? All right, you're seeing it right there on the screen, guys. Take a look at this. Take a look at what's going on here, right? Brighton, goal and an assist. Spurs, a goal. Just keep an eye on that one. Newcastle, 1 goal, 1 assist. Look at what happened against Chelsea and Arsenal. Blank. Note, he did get the goal against Spurs. Everton, not a big 6 club. 2 goals, 1 assist. West Brom, 1 goal. Southampton, 1 goal. West Ham, 1 assist. Look at what happens against Man City. Nothing. Blank. Sheffield. Bam. Sheffield. See that? Blank. Right? Leeds, 2 goals, 1 assist. Sheffield ain't a big 6 team, but, you know. Leicester, 1 goal, 1 assist. Leicester ain't considered a big 6 team despite being in the big 6. Wolves, 1 goal, 1 assist. Aston Villa, 1 goal. Burnley, nothing. Look at what happened against Liverpool. Didn't show up. Fulham, 1 assist. Sheffield, nothing. They lost. Arsenal, nothing. Right? Southampton, goal, assist. Everton, goal. West Brom, goal. Newcastle, goal, assist. Chelsea, nothing. You see that? You see that? So, with that knowledge, despite, in my opinion, despite Crystal Palace winning early on in the season, I do think Man United are going to be comfortable winners in this game. Comfortable winners. Maybe not super comfortable, but I do see them winning the game. And I see a 2-1 victory here for Manchester United. I see a 2-1 victory. I don't see nothing else but a victory here. They lost at home, and we know their home form has been very, very dodgy. But on the road, this team has been unbeaten for a very, very long time. So I'm going for a 2-1 win. Bruno Fernandes will spark to life after resting against Chelsea, after hibernating against Chelsea. I'm going to say that, Bruno Fernandes come to life against Crystal Palace. I think they will be without Zaha again. And the likes of Benteke and Mateta, Jean-Philippe Mateta. It won't be enough. They're going to get played off the park at home at Selhurst Park. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to come out and give a neat little post-match interview. And guys like Luke Shaw going to have a good game. Maybe Lindelof, another good game. Harry Maguire, so-so game. I think Maguire might get on the score sheet too. Wan-Bissaka, the man from Congo DR, who's going to play for Congo DR, might do a good job. Maybe not so much Fred, but I think they're going to win the game. 2-1. Fair analysis. Fair analysis. United have been dropping a lot of points lately, but in this game, I think they pick up all 3. And Crystal Palace, form has been so-so as of late. 2 wins in their last 5 and a draw. I think they lose this one. They have 33 points. They're 13th in the table. They only need a few more points to secure safety, while United need to keep picking up these points to get top 4. And if you drop points against Crystal Palace, I don't want any... not again. You do drop points against Palace, but if you drop points against Palace in in when you factor in the seriousness of getting top 4, staying second, I don't want no United fan ever talk about, 21 again. Don't talk about 21 because you guys are not league contenders to win the league. You are the great pretenders. And it has been proven so all season. But nevertheless, a United win here. So what are your predictions in the chat, guys? What are your predictions in the chat? I like this. I really like this. This person here, I love the creativity, man. I love the creativity. Ants and pants. I love it, man. And you have the rants and bants I love it, man. I love it. KDB hasn't done anything versus Big Six apart from Chelsea. Ants and pants. Shut up! Let's go. Don't talk about KDB like that. KDB is the best midfielder in the world. What are you talking about? Let's keep this moving. Let us keep this moving. And I could tell that Ants and Pants is actually a United fan. Actually, you know what I'm saying? They are. They are, man. You know what I'm saying? They are. So, what are you guys saying in the chat? Big up the Jersey boy in the chat as well. How are you doing, man? How are you doing? And I love this comment right here. You see this comment? This is a good comment. H, watching this, says, Gonçalves, Fernandes' replacement at Sporting is going off. 14 goals in 17 as a midfielder, wide player, but he starts games at Cam. I have read about this. You see the thing about me? I scour the internet for football articles, and I have run into this article. That player's doing a great job. Someone's going to pick him up. Man. You see what I mean? So big up to the boy Double O as well. Thanks for coming through. So Jersey boy is saying United are getting eaten alive this weekend. Yeah, against City, right? Leon Fife in the house. Big up to you. We got Adam Samble dropping the prediction here. 3-1 to United Palace to take the lead in the first half, like a lot of teams have been doing on the road at home to United. United will spank Palace in the second half. Fernandes with an assist. I think he might get a goal or two in this game, though. So, let me see. Daniel Young is saying, how can St. Vincent national team develop to compete with the best CONCACAF teams? Bro, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't live there. I don't know. But I am from there, but I really don't know. I don't think the team is... the team competes sometimes, but inconsistent, man. Very inconsistent. Very inconsistent, you know what I mean? Very inconsistent. So, Kevin De Bruyne has been rubbish all season and has ruined our form since he's been back. And what? You didn't see... Listen, you didn't see the freaking pass to Ruben Diaz for that goal? I don't think you watched the games, man. I really don't think you watched the game at all. I really don't think you did. So, thanks everybody for leaving predictions. We have Martin Kolev, big up to you, saying 4-0. Myself, 2-1 to United. We have, what else we have here? Let me see. We have, who else dropping predictions here? Big up to Dems in the chat as well. Liquefy in the chat. The formidable Centurions in the chat as well. You know, big up to everybody. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button as well. Big up to Miguel Sanchez. Wait, Miguel Sanchez, is that a Guatemalan flag I'm seeing there? Whenever I see that Guatemalan flag, I get excited, you know. Is that a Guatemalan flag? I used to have a Guatemalan girl one time. Oh, my God. Ooh. She was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Loco. I'm telling you, that Guatemalan. My wife actually knows who she is too, so that's cool. But yeah, that Guatemalan girl, man. Ooh, man. Ooh, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm telling you. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to move right on, man. We're going to move right on. But I am excited about the CONCACAF games that's coming up next month. I will be doing some content on that. I will be doing a prediction video on the fixtures because the CONCACAF content, I have this video that I did a few months ago and I knew it will do very, very well. It's an evergreen video on a tier list of teams that I think is going to qualify. You know, how well the teams stack up going into the World Cup qualifiers and who will qualify and who has no chance. That video is doing numbers every day. So sometimes when you guys see the videos, I put out the new videos and you're like, oh, damn, don't be getting no views. I got videos working for me when I'm sleeping, just so you know. Remember that. Remember that. So let us move on, though. Let us move on. And guys, I also want to do an ad. Let me do an ad for my shorts. I will be dropping a shorts after this video drops of all the predictions. So make sure you go check it out. You're going to enjoy it. It's a minute. It's going to be 1 minute, actually 58 seconds of all the predictions I'm dropping in here. But I did it in a very creative fashion and you will enjoy it. So make sure you watch it, share it with a friend. So let us go. H watching this says, I'm only here for the World Cup qualifying content. Stayed for these lives. I don't understand. So yeah. What do you mean? You're only here for the World Cup content. I will be dropping the content. But remember, we don't have that type of content all season. You know, it's only when the international break comes around, you know, we do that. But so we have to talk about the club football. The channel has to keep running. And when it's all about context, man. It's all about context. Okay, so let's go, man. Let us go. Let's keep this thing moving. Man United to win against Palace here. If Palace do manage to pull off an upset as a Man City fan, guys, you know I like that. You know I like that, you see. But I don't think that's going to happen at all. So we have a game here between Sheffield United and Aston Villa. Bottom place Sheffield, play Villa, who has been very, very impressive this season. Villa has been so impressive this season that they sit ninth with 39 points and they have 2 games in hand. So let's say they win their 2 games in hand and they were 26 games like all the other teams. Villa, right now, they would be top 4. That's how good Villa has been. And if you check their goal difference, much better than West Ham United. Villa has been in Champions League qualifying form, you know, top 4 form all season. So big up to Villa. 4 points more than they have picked up last season altogether, and still with 14 matches to go. Lovely. It has been very, very easy. Easy. It has been easier. It has been easier for Villa this season.
Easy as you like.
And I do think Villa are going to listen, I'm not going to be too long-winded with this one. 1-0 win to Villa. 1-0. Sheffield have just not been good enough this season. And every time you think that they're gonna win this, they have been stuck on 11 points for a long time, you know. Sheffield United have been stuck on 11 points for a long time. A long time. These are Sheffield United's last results. 2-0 loss to Liverpool, 1-0 loss to Fulham, 3-0 loss to West Ham, 2-1 loss to Chelsea. They did beat West Brom. They last picked up points on February the 2nd. And they did go through a little run of form when they beat West Brom, when they beat United. And they had a good bit of form in the FA Cup, and you thought they would have actually maybe sneak back into survival mode. But before that, oh man, horrible. I think there's a stat right now that says no team in Premier League history has lost 21 matches after 26 games. That's how bad Sheffield has been. That's how bad. I can't listen. I don't think any team has lost 21 and 26. They are just this team, I don't know where they muster up the confidence to even step on the field of play. Seriously. It doesn't matter what they try these days. They have just been bad in the last couple matches. 4 losses on the bounce. And I think it's going to be a 5th loss on the bounce. Maybe Jack Grealish will be back. Or maybe they don't want to rush him back. But even without a Jack Grealish, Aston Villa have looked solid. You remember you have Trezeguet, you know. You have not Adama, but you have Bertrand Traore, you have El Ghazi, Anwar El Ghazi. You know, they have that African brigade going for them there with Marvelous Nakamba to fill in. You have Douglas Luiz, who was dropped the last game. Matt Target. They are going to be on target. Tyrone Mings. Ezri Konza. The team. Emi Martinez. Second best goalkeeper this season behind Edison in terms of clean sheets. Dean Smith has done a stellar job. And not to mention Ollie Watkins, who have stepped up from the championship supremely. John McGinn. The team has looked good. Sheffield United, on the other hand, lost to Liverpool. They just can't score. Sheffield sometimes have Billy Sharp, David McGoldrick, Ollie McBurney, Ryan Brewster, all on the field, Oliver Burke, all on the field at the same time, and they still can't score. If Sheffield United play with 10 strikers, they still will struggle to score. That's how bad they've been this season. That's how bad. They have been horrible this season. 15 goals this season scored by Sheffield, 15 goals, and they've conceded 43. They don't have the worst defense, but how are you going to score 15 goals? And the teams that are struggling at the bottom, they haven't scored enough. They haven't. You see what I'm saying? Sheffield with 15, West Brom with 20, Fulham with 21 goals, Newcastle with 27, Brighton with 26, and Burnley with 18. Look at the teams that you need goals to pick up points. Simple. Villa to win, 1-0. Villa, 1-0. So that's my prediction there. What's your prediction, guys? Let me know your prediction. Thriller is saying McBurney had a decent open header chance, but look. You could put the balls on a golden platter for these Sheffield United strikers. They're not taking it. They're not taking it. They're not. Kepa needs to be Sheffield's goalie. Look, Miguel, I think that's where they missed the trick. When they didn't pay, I know, to be honest, and this is another conversation here. This is another conversation. But if Dean Henderson was smarter, if he was a smarter individual than he is, he would have stayed at Sheffield and it would have propelled him way above Jordan Pickford in the England setup. It would have, because I think he was a big reason why Sheffield did so well last season. The cap-wielding, cap-wearing Dean Henderson. But what? You want to go back to United and warm the bench? These guys are not giving up on David De Gea. They swear by David De Gea. Sheffield United should have did what they... You see that? Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness, man. How you going to take all that money and buy Ryan Brewster and not invest in Dean Henderson? I don't get it. The money... Oh, my God. I think it has to be more of the player wanting to go back to United than Sheffield not being able to afford him. Or it could be a combination of both. It could be a combination of the player wanted to go back to United and Sheffield did not do enough to convince him to stay. Raise his salary, first of all, and pay United the freaking money that they're asking for. And you get your man. And you survive. You see what I'm saying? You go back to the Championship, there's no guarantee that you will ever come back in the Premier League. The money you spent on Ramsdale and the money you spent on freaking Ryan Brewster could have paid for Dean Henderson. And that's I've never heard anybody said it like that, but that's facts. That is facts. Listen, that is facts. Dropping that fire. dropping that fire right about now. Pure fire. Pure fire. More fire. You see what I'm saying? More fire and more fire. Seriously. Because this team is a shadow of the team that they were last season. And they're down. That's it. 11 points right now. They can't pick up points to save their life. If points was oxygen right there in the air, you know, and Sheffield needed points to survive, and the oxygen is point, they'll suffocate in wide open. That's what's been going on basically this season. The points are there for the taking, and they just can't. They can't do it. They can't do it. When you're down, you're just down, man. You know they say down but not out. Sheffield are down and out. And we will move on to the next one. We'll definitely move on. Defiantly. Because I want to stay some more and talk about Sheffield and Aston Villa. But I won't. Aston Villa wins this one. Sheffield, prove me wrong. Do me a favor, prove me wrong. So I've touched on the Burnley, Leicester, Sheffield, Aston Villa, Palace United. I've touched on Liverpool, Chelsea, Fulham, Spurs. I got West Brom, Everton to talk about, and the City versus Wolves. So let's talk a bit about West Brom versus Everton. Everton coming off of a 1-0 win, a narrow 1-0 win against Southampton. I think Southampton fought well in the match, but quality of Everton prevailed in the end, and they pick up another 3 points to go level on points with Liverpool. They're in 7th. They are in that Europa Conference League spot. That won't be a bad thing for Everton, you know, to get that Conference League next season. You see what I'm saying? Look, Conference League, going once, going twice. Who do we have a taker? Conference League. 10 to the man over there in the hat. 15 to the boy over there in the cap. 20 to the lovely big body lady over there in the corner. Who wants the Conference League? Going once, going twice. Conference League. Oh my God. Yo, listen, man, smash a like on the video if you're having fun right about now. Thank you very much to everybody who turned up for another live stream. Back-to-back live streams, you know. Back-to-back live stream yesterday, live stream today. What time is it right now? 6:57. I need to wrap things up. I need to wrap it up, man. I need to wrap it up like a quesadilla. Wrap it up. Let's do this, man. Look. West Brom, Everton. Let me find this game right here. This game is right here. West Brom versus Everton. Not the most exciting fixture here, but Big Sam Allardyce, Big Sam, hungry for points, coming up against his old team, Everton here. And Everton, they're 7th, as I mentioned earlier. They have 43 points. They have been pretty good. Stellar season. Dom, my namesake, Calvert-Lewin, Rich has been amazing. Richarlison, a player that I would actually absolutely love at Man City. You know, he is very feisty, and he has that end product. He is a good player. Richarlison, you heard his name, right? You heard the names I just called for you, right? You heard the name. Listen, Dominic, Calvert-Rich Lewin, and Richarlison. Come on, man. Slow motion this side. Yeah! I'm telling you, man. Look. West Brom in the relegation zone. They're 19th. 26 games. They got 17 points. Unbeaten in their last 3. They did pick up a win in their last game. That was against Brighton. So, look. This is a huge game. Could Big Sam get points here against big Carlo Ancelotti? He's not so big these days, though. Carlo Ancelotti lost a lot of weight. Everton, they just played today. And that game coming up is, on Thursday. You got 3 days to rest. West Brom got more days. The fixtures are coming very fast. Very, very fast. Everton do have injury problems of their own in defense. James have not been playing a lot of games, you know. Calvert-Lewin just coming back. West Brom, dangerous team to play right now. They're home. They picked up a home win. Their home form haven't been the best, and they picked up a home win there. Look, dangerous team, as I said. They've been creating a lot of chances and not taking them. But you see, the way I see Everton played against Southampton here is like they do have the ability to put the ball in the back of the net. Dangerous players. Lucadini with his delivery. Versatility of Ben Godfrey and, you know, Mason Holgate at the back there. They've been, Pickford in goal have been doing a pretty good job. Allen is fit. Doucouré has been a great signing. Andre Gomes has been busy. We know James has the quality. They're a dangerous team. Gylfi Sigurdsson have been on fire, even though he's from Iceland. But I have a sneaky feeling here that West Brom are going to get something from this game. I think West Brom's going to get something here. I'm going for a 1-1 draw for this match. I'm heading towards a 1. I'm leaning towards a 1-1 draw. Everton did beat West Brom 5-2 in the first game this season. That was early in the season when Everton were on fire. And West Brom has picked up only one win against Everton in their last 10 games. So it's a solid prediction that I made the prediction before I actually saw the record though. I did make these predictions before I see these records, just so you know. Simply because I'm working in advance these days. But 5-2 win. And the two previous matches ended in draws the last time West Brom were in the Premier League. Very gritty team. Diagne has been very good up top. Very physical and commanding in the opposition third. And he could be a danger man. He could definitely be a danger man. I think Yukuzlu came in doing a great job so far. We know the threat that Mateus Pereira poses to opposition teams. And, you know, they have, you know, Kyle Bartley and Ajayi should be back. They have been playing some decent football, you know what I mean? Furlong, full of energy, the fullback there, if he's fit. Conor Gallagher. I'm leaning towards a 1-1 draw here for Big Sam against Everton. I am. His record against Everton isn't so great. 28 games, 8 wins, 5 draws, and 15 losses against Carlo Ancelotti. He played 4 matches, 1 win, 1 draw, and 2 losses. Big Carlo Ancelotti has never lost to West Brom. 3 games, 3 wins. Everton are playing some good football. I won't be surprised if they win the game. I won't. I really won't. But the industry of this West Brom team, I think it's going to grind out a point. Sam Johnstone haven't been that bad in goal either. I think they'll grind out. I think they will grind. They'll grind something out here. Big up to Dave LFC in the chats. Of course, I'm still live, bro. You know I do this. Listen, you know I do this. Come on, bro. This is easy. This is easy as you like.
Easy as you like.
Big up to the boy, Yusuf Marcy, man. Yusuf Marcy, you're a legend for this one. You see what I'm saying? Don't copyright me, though. Don't copyright me, Yusuf. Do not copyright me, all right? And Dave, I gotta have you on soon, though. Thanks again, Jersey boy. Thanks again. I gotta have... Wait, Yusuf, you never seen this? Yusuf said, wow, you know. Yusuf said, wow. Yusuf, I've dropped this in the last stream. You were here. You know the problem, Yusuf? Let me tell you the problem with you, Yusuf. You're too jittery, you know what I mean? You need to come to the stream, stay in the stream, and watch the stream. You go here, you go there, you come back, you go do this. Bro, that's why you're missing. That is why you're missing the fire. Seriously, listen. This is what you're missing. You're missing the fire. Don't miss the fire, bro. Don't miss the fire. Stop bouncing around the place. If you're coming to watch a stream, stay here. I've dropped the thing like 10 times. Piss me off, man. Piss me off. So Leon Fife is saying, after 5 weeks, I finally get my community tab on. Big respect, Leon Fife. That's good. It's a good feeling. You work hard. You got it. Definitely. So what we going to do, guys? What we going to do? We're going to move right on, though. So we won't linger too much on the West Brom, Everton. I'm going for a 1-1 draw. Everton might probably go on and win the game. I did predict a 1-1 draw for Southampton, too. And I was watching the game, rooting for Southampton. Like, go Southampton, score. So my prediction could come through. Never happened. Never happened. Never, ever happened. So we're going to move on. West Brom do play Newcastle after the Everton game and Crystal Palace. So those are two games that are winnable if they want to get back into contention to survive. Everton in the UEFA Conference League spot will play Chelsea after they face West Bromwich Albion, and that's next week, Monday. So we come to the 7th fixture today. 7 games. And it will be Man City versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. Man City versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. So we have a 4-1 prediction here. Steve, who is very lucky not to get banned today, says 3-1 to West Brom. Steve, please, bro, do not get sucked in with this guy, Jordan Hyman, man. It took me a very long time to block Jordan. A long, long time. Jordan, if you're watching, I might unblock you. But you gotta stop. You gotta stop asking people to sub to you. That is not how you grow a channel. Stop it. What do you get from people subbing to you? I have 41,000 subs. It's a good number, but most of the subs don't watch every video. Come on. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. All right? Stop it. Anson Pan says, Everton rarely win 3 on the spin. Yeah, they have been rather inconsistent, but it is quite possible that they could do it. Not writing them off. Definitely not writing them off. And Thriller says, Dom is a marathoner. Definitely, I am. You know, I do it long. I do it furlong. My name is Donnell, baby. I do it furlong. Yeah. Anyways, let us move on. We got Man City playing Wolverhampton Wanderers, where Man City has 4 home games on the bounce, which is pretty good. Which is very, very, very good. So, as you guys know, early on this season, Man City beat Wolves 3-1. Even though the scoreline says 3-1, it was a trickier fixture than the scoreline reads. Very, very tricky game where Wolves had a few chances that they could have scored but didn't. Kevin De Bruyne with the opening goal. Phil Foden with the second. Raul Jimenez in the 78th minute. Wolves climbed back in the game. And then Gabi Jesus scoring in the 95th to seal the win. It's going to be a tricky match here. Nuno Espirito Santos Wolves have been in good form. Wolves have been in very, very good form. They are 12th in the league. They have 34 points. And they are unbeaten in their last 5 games, which includes 3 wins. They did draw their last game, however, against Newcastle. Beat Leeds. Beat Southampton. They drew against Leicester. They beat Arsenal. Lost to Palace, though. But they were going through a bad run of form then. But since then, since they lost to Palace, I sound a little British there, but lost to Palace. Since they lost to Palace, oh man, my country St. Vincent is actually British country in the past. You know, they say we're independent, but we're not really independent. Are you really independent? You're only truly independent if you do not depend on your parents for anything or anybody else. Are we truly independent? Ask yourself that. Look yourself in the mirror and say, am I independent? Do I produce my own food? Anyways. Look, man, Wolves have been good. Wolves have been good since around February 11th after they lost in the FA Cup to Southampton. They got knocked out. They have gone, a few games there. 3 games without losing and 5 Premier League games without losing. This is a dangerous team. But we know that Raul Jimenez his absence have affected this team. It's like, it's not the same analogy, but it is like a snake without a venom, basically. You're like, okay, who's scared of a little constrictor? Like, you could only kill small things. And hear me saying that the Wolves might actually beat City tomorrow, who knows? But who's scared of a little constrictor without venom? But if you're small and you got venom, then you can bring down something big. But the form that Man City has been in this season, man, ever since Christmas, it's, 20 games in all competitions, 20 wins, 28 matches, unbeaten, 28 games unbeaten. You guys, please let that sink in. Dominic Rich, here, me, a City fan, have not talked about a City loss in 28 games. That is simply ridiculous. That is ridiculous. All 2021, no L's. The last time City lost was in November. That is 3 months ago. You could have gotten a new job, got a 90-day probation period, and did not witness a single City loss. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And the way that Pep and the boys have turned things around is just simply, it's commendable. One time City were, 13th or 14th? Everyone was laughing. Who's laughing now? Who is laughing now? Who's laughing now? Not you. A lot of tears. You know what? There you go. There you go. Here you go. Here you go. Dry your tears. Dry your tears. Man City have been simply on fire. Amazing. Amazing. I'm lost for words. I'm lost for words to describe this team. And I don't see Man City losing. I don't see us losing in the near future. In the Premier League, I actually don't see us losing for the rest of the season. There's 12 more games to play, and I don't see a single loss. And I'm not even coming off overconfident or cocky or whatnot, but it's like in every department, Man City just looks so good. Goalkeeping, Ederson has commanding his box, commanding his area. He's a sweeper keeper. He do get beaten 1 or 2 times. But what John Stones and Diaz have been doing, best defensive pair in the league. Best defensive pair in the league by miles. Miles. I think it's only Aston Villa who might come close in terms of the defense. Let me check. Villa got 26 goals. Chelsea got 25 goals conceded. Chelsea got 25. Villa got 26. Tottenham 27. Arsenal 27 goals conceded. Man City has 16. 16 goals. John Stones and Ruben Diaz have scored more goals than the goals they've conceded as a centre-back pairing. With Stones having a couple goals, of course. I think Stones have about 3 goals this season, if I'm not mistaken. and Ruben Diaz have 1. So they have 4 goals combined. That is ridiculous. That is more goals combined than a lot of attacks than, like, say, Andy Carroll, Dwight Gale, and Joel Linton put together. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's a lot of goals. That is a lot of goals, man. And when you have threats at centre back, at right back, left back, midfield, and of course the forwards, that team is hard to beat. When you have a team that works so diligently off the ball, that team is hard to beat. Because they do have the ball a lot. But when they don't have it, they just turn into freaking sharks. And the water is bloody. So you know what's going to happen. You know what is going to happen. Look, I don't want to sound like a broken record and repeat this every single stream. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just give you my thoughts on who I think will start the game against Wolves. Seeing that there's a boy by the name, he's still a boy, he's very young. I could be his dad. Pedro Neto. He's awesome. Is he going to play on the left or right? Think he switches. Sometimes he's on the right, sometimes he's on the left. We can't play Zinchenko against this guy. We can't. I know I've said this before, and Zinchenko play against very, very fast wingers and do well. But Joao Cancelo has to start. I think the game against West Ham was missing Cancelo. And he is going to play. He is going to start this game. Kyle Walker, Cancelo. Kyle Walker, right back, Cancelo at left back. I have a sneaky feeling that Pep might play Laporte in this game alongside Diaz or Stones, but it's left to be seen. Changes will be made. At least 5 changes will be made. Sterling will come back. Ferran Torres, who was one of the weakest links in the West Ham game, he's gonna drop back to the bench. He needs more time to get into the groove and get up to speed with the Premier League. Remember, it's the Premier League and not the Champions League. He's done well in the Champions League, but you're playing against other oppositions. This is the Premier League. This is the Premier League we're talking about. This is the Premier League. Ferran Torres, not up to speed yet. Sterling will start. Jesus will start. Or Pep might go with a false 9. He might. I have a sneaky feeling he might do a false 9 in this game. I have a sneaky feeling he might do a false 9 and put both Jesus and Aguero on the bench. But I don't think Aguero will start this match. You don't want to put too much on him, seeing that he's just coming back and he didn't play too well against West Ham. And when you have Aguero in the team, you play a lot different. Aguero doesn't work as hard as Jesus. Aguero made the mistake for the goal against West Ham. I forgot to mention that yesterday. Aguero gave away the ball from the throw. He gave away the ball. And West Ham just did the rest. The West. West Ham just did the West. Yeah, they did the West. Mahrez. He has been good lately. We've criticized him in the past. He have been good. Mahrez. I'm gonna go with my 11. It's very hard to pick. It is very difficult to pick. Will Mahrez play or will Pep go with Bernardo? I'll throw that. I don't even know, to be honest. I don't know, but I have a feeling he might rest Kevin De Bruyne. I don't want to play him back-to-back games like that when you have the United game on the weekend too. So I have a feeling, and there's Gundogan. I don't know, but let's start from the back again. Ederson, I'm confused, man. Pep, you got me confused, I'm telling you. 5 changes every game, or 7, 5 to 7. You never know what you're going to get. But let me give you my 11 that I want to play. Ederson, Stones, Diaz. Laporte could sit out this one again. Sorry, Laporte. Love you, but, got to leave you out. Love you, but got to leave you out. Get it? Cancelo left back, Kyle Walker right back. Rodri is going to start this game because Fernandinho started the last one. Gundogan has to play. He has to play. I would like Kevin De Bruyne again. I would like Mahrez, Sterling, and I would want Aguero to play. That would be my ideal 11, but I don't think that's what it's going to be. I think Foden will come back in. I think Bernardo might come back in. And who knows, man? Who knows what Pep's going to do? Who knows? But in terms of the opposition and the threats, Adama Traore, always a threat. He got a new hairstyle. He got the big Afro puff. I don't know if he was celebrating Black History Month that just ended yesterday. But let's see. Let's see what he does. He tormented City 2 seasons. What was it? Last season. Last season. Last season. Wolves did the double over Man City last season. And Pep is pissed off about that. He's really pissed off. So I think it will be a very good game. You know, we have the Ruben Neves, Joao Moutinho, always, you know, threat, and they're good in the middle of the field there. Wolves have been struggling with injury as well. That's another thing you have to mention. So that could be the Achilles heel, where Saif would be at the back. We have Bowley. Bowley got injured. Nelson Semedo got injured as well. So they might be forced to play with some backup guys at the back. You see what I'm saying? It's a tricky. There's always Connor Cody will be fit, ever present. Rui Patricio as well. They have a good team. Pedro Neto will be the threat. Podence is injured. Raul Jimenez, I don't think he will play against City. And William Jose haven't had a goal in the Premier League. Fabio Silva haven't really been a threat. Guys like Vitinha haven't really, these guys are not going to strive again. They're not going to thrive against Man City. And I can't see nothing but a win. Nothing but a win. Another 3-1 win. I think we will concede a goal. Maybe when we're 2-0 up, we will concede a goal, and with Wolves pushing numbers forward, trying to get that equalizer, I think we'll get another one, and it will be another very sad post-match analysis for Nuno Espirito Santo. It will be. Sorry to say, Nuno. But Wolves will, of course, put up a fight. City's going to be too good on the day. Way too good. Way too good. The squad is way too deep. Way too deep to struggle just like the other teams are struggling right now. A lot of injuries in the other team. We've got all our players back with the exception of Nathan Ake. And the squad is just so deep, and the quality goes so deep in the bench that it doesn't matter who comes off and who goes on, still plays some great football. And that's my prediction. That's my analysis of the game, my pre-match analysis. And I'm going for a 3-1 victory here. And I think that's fair enough. I think that is fair enough. So, guys, what are your predictions right about now? We have Adam Sambo saying City with a comfortable 2-0 win. The oldies do it. Aguero and KDB to both score, assist each other. Will keep a clean sheet, says the formidable. Elevator Kid says 2-0 to City. We have 2-0 to City. Jason Taiku 3-0 to City. Ake is training, not fully, but still, that's good news. We have a Dutchman in the squad. Lovely. Who else we got? Yusuf Morsi saying a 2-1 to City. And we have, what else we got here in terms of predictions? Dominic's squad builder. Yeah. Also, guys, don't forget, turn your notifications on, like the video if you're enjoying the stream. Don't forget the short is coming out when I'm done. And make sure you show that one some love as well. Try to share it on your socials. Share it on your socials. And if there's anybody with community tabs in here watching this right now, share it on your community tab of your channel. We'll definitely appreciate some community tab shares sometimes. All right, so that's my prediction. And if anybody dropped any good stuff in the chat before, and I'm sorry I haven't really picked up on it. But we have Thriller saying City are like Prime Prodigy, only playing in world-class mode. Yeah. You're funny, man. You're funny, man. You're funny. Yeah, world-class mode, man. Big up to the boy Dave in the house as well. Dave, as I said, Dave, I got to have you on pretty soon for a live stream, man. I got to hit you up. Rap Star is saying 2-1 to City. Boo Rider is saying 3-3 draw. Very ambitious prediction, to be honest. Don't know where you see that coming. Who has scored 3 goals against City lately? That's not a good one. That is not a good one. Definitely not a good one. Oh, man. Oh. That is not a good one. That is not a good one. Sorry. Sorry to say. That is not a good one. So, guys, that'll be it for today, man. 2 hours, 24 minutes. It has been fun. Back-to-back live streams because of the stupid ass rug. Because of the hectic schedule, man. The same thing the players are dealing with. We, as content creators, football content creators, are dealing with it too. So, look, I've had fun, but now it's time for me to go upstairs and have fun with the wife. Wife, come in. All right, so guys, look, thanks for coming through again. Appreciate the love. I will be back later on in the week. Wait, I might be back tomorrow, you know, after the City game. I might be back with a live stream, a short half-hour live stream. I might be back. Win, lose, or draw, I might be back. All right, after a long work day and watch the game. Maybe I'll buy a 6-pack of beer, and I will be back. Do another one. So, guys, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Dom, let me see, Dom, when are you gonna stream on the gaming channel? The gaming streams will come back pretty soon. Don't worry yourself. Don't worry yourself. I'll be back. But guys, from your boy Dominic Rich, thanks for watching another one. Appreciate everybody. If you haven't yet gotten a chance to check out Cards Plug, make sure you head on over to the website. All the links will be in the description box down below. You could use my affiliate link and my affiliate discount code, Dominic Rich FC, to get yourself 15% off your orders, okay? And actually, I got an email from somebody from Cards Plug today, you know, just a little insight for you guys from the affiliate team. They want to talk to me. I don't know what they want to talk about, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing, you know what I'm saying? Woo. Woo-hoo. Oh, I wish they would sponsor this live stream, though. I'll be like, hey, guys, back with another one brought to you by our kind sponsors, cardsplug.com, where you can get your lovely life-size football cards, large, medium, or small, at an affordable price. It makes for a great gift for a loved one or a friend, or you could even get one for your dog or for your car. Do it for whoever you want. Get one for your boss, you know. Make him happy. Make him give you a raise. But guys, it's been fun, man. It's been fun doing this again. And we will be back soon for yet another one. So from your boy Dominic Rich, thanks for coming back again. Until next time, peace out. Rich Squad.